Hello all, my name is Maria Söderlund-Vennermo from the University of Helsinki, Finland. As the head of the Scientific Organizing Committee, I would like to warmly welcome you all to the first conference of the World Society for Virology, which due to the pandemic restrictions was transformed into a virtual meeting. But it is not all that bad, since we have participants from 40 different countries, which is excellent. The main idea of our non-profit society is to bring together virologists from all parts of the world, which is even more important now during this pandemic and others to come, as we tried to organize this meeting with a low budget and low fees, so also virologists from poor countries could attend. Because this is a global virus meeting, we had to take into account the different time zones in planning the program. We had some challenges with this, as you can imagine, since 6 a.m. in the US is midnight in Australia. But we were able to fill 4 hours per day with live keynote talks, so that at least most of the world could view them live and take part in the discussions. At least you do not have to take a plane anywhere and suffer from jet lag. I'm happy to say that we have 40 distinguished keynote speakers who are top experts in their fields. We have divided them into 2-hour sessions according to the topics. Today's 4 live hours will consist of 2 plenary sessions dedicated to SARS-CoV-2 and COVID-19, whereas days 2 and 3 will have only plenary, have 1 plenary, and then you can choose between 3 live parallel sessions of different topics. The other half of the program comprises 134 interesting submitted talks from you participants that we divided into 16 sessions under the 5 themes: SARS-CoV-2, human, zoonotic, animal, and plant viruses. These are not live, so you can view them whenever in prime time, regardless of your time zones, either before or after the 4-hour live keynote talks. That was our program in a nutshell. However, please remember that all sessions will remain open for 1 month, so you have time to view them all later. You will find further instructions under the menu button on the left on the website. Lastly, I would like to warmly thank all eminent keynote speakers for their presentations, and also all presenting authors and co-authors for their submitted talks, as well as all other attendees who listen to this now. Thanks for joining us. I also like to thank all the session chairs, the organizing committee, especially Ahmed Abdelmoneim, Douglas Gladue, Matthew Moore, Vikram Bakaria, and Michael Nevels, and of course VetLink conferences, especially Hanel, who all made this conference possible. Finally, I want to acknowledge our commercial sponsors, shown later, whose videos you can enjoy at our technology showcase, and Professor Janusz Paweska for his kind donation to sponsor young scientists to be able to attend this meeting. I thus wish you all a stimulating and interesting virus conference. Please enjoy. I now give the screen to the founder of World Society for Virology, Professor Ahmed Abdelmoneim, whose never-ending enthusiasm, optimism, and activity have brought us to this day. Please, Ahmed.
Hi everybody. Once upon a time, I had an ambitious idea for founding a non-profit organization that links scientists, regardless the country they come from or the virus they are studying. Being a virologist is your free ticket to join the society. Today, I wanted to say the dream has come true, and yes, we can come together as one society. We are growing fast. Believe it or not, in less than 4 years, we have 1,480 members from 86 countries. We have linked our society to 8 other biology societies and the International Vaccine Institute. We also have an official journal, Virology. I would like to thank you all for attending this conference and for all virologists who are currently WSV members for making this aspiration a reality, and hope more will join us soon. I would like also to thank every one of the WSV Executive Committee, as well as each member of the different WSV committee. Your contribution constitute a great difference and put the WSV in a better place count tremendously. From my heart, I would like to thank Professor Maria Seglinda Venermo, the head of the Scientific Organizing Committee, and her team. Without your effort, this success would not be possible. In a few minutes, we will launch this conference, and we hope you will enjoy this very first conference. Thank you, and allow me to introduce Professor Richard Cohn, Purdue University and WSV President-elect.
Welcome to our first World Society for Virology conference. What an exciting time to be holding a meeting such as this. We have participants from more than 40 countries at a time when a large fraction of the world is still in a lockdown position because of a virus. People around the world now uniformly know about viruses and the devastation that they can create, especially one in particular, the one that is known as SARS-CoV-2. The World Society for Virology was formed several years ago by Professor Abdul Manin, who you just heard. It was really the idea of bringing together people from different countries to share their knowledge about viruses. What a perfect time right now to be doing our first meeting. This is really an opportunity for us to look at not only the major viruses that we are so worried about that have caused these pandemics, but many other viruses that cause disease in humans, in animals, and in plants. We have to worry about all of these. And so this meeting is a great platform for us to begin to share on a worldwide stage our knowledge, our discoveries. I really want to thank the Scientific Organizing Committee for really doing an outstanding job of organizing this virtual meeting. They have an outstanding set of keynote speakers who I also acknowledge and thank for their participation. It's really going to be a great meeting. I'm looking forward to it. And let me turn my video over to our current president, President Varma.
Thank you, Professor Richard Cohn. Greetings to all. I am Anupam Verma, President of the World Society for Plant Virology. It is a great pleasure for me to extend warm welcome to all the participants of this conference. I also extend a special welcome and warm thanks to the plenary and keynote speakers for kindly agreeing to our request to deliver their addresses. I also warmly thank the other speakers for submitting their valuable findings for presentation in various sessions. Today is a historic day for WSV as we launch the first international conference of the Society. It marks the fruition of the dream of Professor Ahmed Abdel Monim to bring the world's virologists to a common platform through active networking of the national virology societies and their members. I heartily congratulate Ahmed on the success of his efforts in promoting virology. I also congratulate and thank Professor Maria Söderlund-Venermo and the members of our committee for developing an outstanding technical program of the conference, which, apart from SARS-CoV-2, is covering important human, poultry, fish, and plant viruses, and their diagnosis, ecosystems, taxonomy, and tackling of global viral epidemics. As Richard has mentioned, this meeting is being held at an exciting time. It is exciting time indeed, as the pandemic has posed challenging questions to the virologists from the day the first case was reported in December 2019. The speed with which scientists have created new knowledge and technologies is highly admirable. Publishing the full genome sequence within days of the first report of the new disease, quick development of sensitive diagnostic tests, and making vaccine available for public use in a record time of less than a year are great achievements. However, the devastation COVID-19 has caused and is continuing to cause by the emergence of new variants to human lives and world economy is unimaginable. It may take years to recover for a majority of the world's population. The pandemic has raised many important questions, but the most vexing question is how the virus that seems to have jumped from bats to man could adapt to the new host, that too so fast and furious. I am sure the deliberations of the conference are expected to address some of the key questions related to the pandemic and provide lead for future development. Viruses are a major threat not only to human health but also animal and plant health. A recent study has shown that about 500,000 viruses have the potential of spillover from animals, including 2 coronaviruses in bats in different geographical locations. Like the bats, as important sources of spillover for zoonotic viruses, insects could be an important source for viruses infecting animals and plants. Much greater attention is required in the coming years to check the emergence of viruses in all forms of life. Some countries have succeeded in managing the pandemic through the basic management practices, masking, social distancing, ventilation, and quarantine, which remain the same as in 1918 pandemic. A strict implementation of these basic principles, coupled with protection through the vaccines, gives a great hope of returning to new normal soon. This is the time for virologists and the academic societies to convince the policy makers for greater investment for virology research for the benefit of humanity. The WSV can play a key role in this effort along with the member national societies. I take this opportunity to gratefully thank all the members of the WSV Executive Committee and the Council for the active participation in organizing this meeting. We are also thankful to Wetling for their untiring efforts in arranging the meeting. Wishing you all an enjoyable and fruitful participation in WSV 2021. Enjoy the meeting. Bye.